Appeal. You guys on this list, when we do it, make sure we mark it off.
All right, Mr. Chairman, we are live again.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. We're going to continue on with the Board of Equalization. Our next appeal is 2239 Merrill Olson. This is a non-personal appearance and it's in Smiths Ferry Drive. And you have the packet in your hands now. Mr. Merrill is requesting a reduction to $392,000, and the assessor is requesting $483,966.
Anthony, I can get you on into the private. I didn't know which one you wanted to get on or what you needed.
Now in the map. And we don't want you logged in because you gotta work on your computer. Okay.
So they're basically saying that because they have to gravel the road and plow it in the wintertime,
Sorry.
that they're asking for a lower assessment.
Mr. Chairman, just for the record, we're doing appeal SL 2239.
Yes, Merrill Olson.
Okay, so he's saying his market should be 392,
Right.
and you're saying that it should be
483,966.
483,966. Okay. And you're comparing these with the C1 in Round Valley? Or
Yeah,
is
I'll
it-
present, so the comps that you see below the values for the last 3 years are actually the appellant's comps that they sent in. And I've just addressed each one of them for you. And then on page 3 on this one, I have included the county comps, which is the spreadsheet. These are our comps.
Okay.
So let me know when you're ready for.
Go ahead, Sue.
Okay. This is Sue Leeper with the assessor's office. I was sworn in yesterday. The subject property is located at 52 Smiths Ferry Drive. It consists of 5.0001 acres of fair land grade. Below are the values for the last 3 years. It also has an average grade 930 square foot home built in 2007 and a 2,000 square foot detached garage built in 2018. Then you will see the last 3 years of values. The appellant offered 4 comparables. So comparable A is located in Round Valley at 10169 Timber Rim Drive. This is a listing for $474,999. It is not a sale, so it's not a true comp. We have it assessed at $330,520. The home is an average grade, 600 square feet and 2 outbuildings. This is not a valid comp.
No.
600
So
square.
300 foot shy of what, it's 300 foot shy of what is home. So
Yeah, but yes, correct,
it's
300.
not valid because of location.
It's not valid because it's a listing. It didn't actually sell.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Thank you.
All right, comp B that the appellant sent in is located at 9785 Edna Place in Smiths Ferry. It consists of 2.4182 acres, and the home is graded as a fair and average condition, built in 1975 or 1985 effective age. The home is 697 square feet, and the property also has an 1,120 square foot detached garage. Property sold on July 7th of last year for $400,000. The land and improvements are smaller than the subject, and the time adjusted sale price on this parcel is $460,000.
Mhm.
Comp C is located at 1710 Johnson Creek Road in Yellow Pine. It's 1.4 acres. And the home is graded as a fair and average condition, built in 1995. The property sold for $370,000. This property is in the backcountry neighborhood and is inferior to the subject. The time adjusted sale price on this comp would be $392,200. The last comp that the appellant shared with us was 9 Lions Lane in Smiths Ferry. It consists of 0.2859 acres. The home is graded as an average in average condition, built in 1972 with a 1985 effective age. The home is 1,248 square feet. The parcel also has a 12 by 20 pole building. The land is much smaller than the subject, and the home is 318 square feet larger than the subject. However, this property does not have a detached garage because the subject property has a very large detached garage, which is included in the value. Next page, you'll see the county comps that I provided for you. And at the bottom, you'll see that I listed the subject parcel so that you can easily compare the square footage. And I would like to bring to your attention, the second column from the right is our adjusted sale prices. They've already been time adjusted in that column for easy viewing.
So when it says area, is that the square
That's the
footage of
square
the?
footage of the
Okay.
home, yes.
I think the comp that is the second one at Edna Places Research is probably the most comparable comp to this. And it's half the size as far as acreage, and it sold for 400,000. So I think this 483,000 is a fair value.
I do too.
I would concur.
So I'll make the motion that we deny the appeal and approve the assessor's request of $483,966.
Second, ouch.
Moved to second. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye, motion carries. Now, June, when I mark this, I mark a protest denied, correct? Oh, it's not this one?
Correct.
It's the original.
So do you guys want these back?
I would like you guys to.
This is where we get stuff mixed up, so,
I'll just trade with you.
okay?
You want us just to destroy the rest of these then?
I just need one.
Okay. Put ours into the shred bin.
Which one go, the whole thing goes in shred bin? Both packs.
And then Doug, you want these?
These, we'll be sending out the notices.
22114.
Okay, where do you want to go next, Sue?
SL 2214. overbilling.
2214.
2114. What is
On
the,
the third page, about the fourth one down.
we have a bad number on ours, just to let you know.
Yeah.
SL 22114.
114.
2114.
Okay.
And this is the
here
estate of
the property
Harlow
owner
Oberbilling,
that they sent in,
Johnson Creek.
and
Oh, it's a mining claim.
documents.
Oh, brother, these are so hard.
Overbilling.
Yep.
Johnson Creek.
I spoke to this gentleman on the phone several different times, actually.
Mining claim.
And he is contesting, well, everybody tries to kind of figure out how we do our analysis, but they don't understand that we have to value that first acre at full market value, and then anything over an acre is valued at a lower buffer value. So he kind of tried to average the land comps that I sent him all together to figure out what he thought a per acre price would be, and so a little different math used, we're required by Idaho code to value that first acre, at full market value. So kind of hard to, for people to understand that, I guess. They just look at the per acre value because they divide it by
Right.
the average.
So he's just appealing his land value, not his.
Yeah.
not
So
his
this
house.
gentleman has two parcels actually, contiguous. And the second parcel has a big mining building on it. But he is not receiving a 1 acre home site on that parcel because we're already taking into account his 1 acre home site on the one he's actually appealing. He's graded as a good land grade because so Johnson Creek goes like this. Or, sorry, Johnson Creek Road is here, the creek is right here, and his home site is right across the road. A bunch of buildings that are on Johnson Creek. His land grade is a good because of his proximity to Johnson Creek. He's also receiving a mining exemption on the rest of his acreage in this parcel.
So there's actually two pieces of property in this.
Well, on this appeal, he's just appealing the one parcel that has the 1 acre home site.
Oh, just, okay, so, okay, I think.
Basically, technically somewhat being valued as combined with the mining exemption, of course, he doesn't get a discount for that. But we just aren't assessing him a second home site
So-
on the parcel that's contiguous.
So basically, he's saying, if I'm reading this correctly, the thing's really uninhabitable, it really has no amenities essentially. That's hard to,
No habitable structure, lacks a well or community provided water.
So I have worked with Ron last couple years on all of the outbuildings. They are very old. And I have adjusted them accordingly. He's got 2 pole buildings. One of them actually is built in 1980 and it's pretty decent. He's got a cabin with a utility shed on another one, on another record, and another cabin and 2 utility sheds on this record. I can bring this up so you guys can view the buildings if you'd like. But I have made adjustments on all of his buildings. He has been happy with that. I think it was last year, actually.
So really, he's just upset over the land values going up.
so anyway, so it looks like it is valued for 2021 and 22, really not.
Not that far off, is it?
No, it really hasn't changed much, has it?
No, not very much at all. Because I had worked with him in 2021, later in the year. And that's why the reduction on the building values, because we actually are
Yeah.
running the 2 that are cabins now, we're actually being ran as dwellings, but they are very deteriorated. So I changed him to a cabin, which is a lower value. And he was very happy with the improvement value at that time. When I talked to him this month regarding his value, actually, he never even mentioned the building value. He was pretty happy about that, but he was concerned about the 1 acre home site value.
So his property with the different levy, his property tax is actually going to decrease this year.
Most likely, he's in code area 8, so I'm going to venture to say
Yeah,
that is a true
yeah.
statement.
He is right on Johnson Creek, if you guys want to see where he's at. I mean, he's got a prime location.
Oh, yes, he
Would he
does.
sell that acreage for $85,000? I
No.
don't think so. So I think this value is very fair,
Yeah.
and I would move to decline the protest and affirm the property's assessor's value at $147,893.
I will second that.
Moved to second, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. June, do you want me to sign this one or you got another one?
Giving you one right here.
Sorry.
So if he is willing to sell it, I'd like to talk to him.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, that's what it confused me, is it's so close to last year's with the overall
Well,
value
the building value had come down,
down,
but
yeah.
the overall value, very, very close to last year's, so. He had went in and he tried to average the land, sales that I had sent him, to come up with the land value that he thought it should be. Also, I think he was looking at the adjusted sale price, not the time adjusted sale price, which I tried to encourage him to do.
He's an iconic name in the backcountry.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Maybe I'll
we're-
get to meet him this year. He said he was coming up.
Where are we going next?
We are,
22121?
Now I can do.
Look at the door?
yep,
Computer.
Are we gonna do 220122, the second one as
Next.
well?
We'll do it next.
Okay, so this one is SL 22121, Yunkathor
Is it-
Enterprises,
Is it
Macaulay.
Yonkathor or Yakathor? You've got two different names on there.
Thanks.
Good catch.
Say that one more time, Sharon.
It's Yonkathor or
Thank you, Sean.
Yakathor. There's an N missing on the second one. What's the actual name of the people?
On what, the sheet?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe,
What's your name of your individual?
it's got an N in it. 121. Here we go. Oh, I see what you're saying on the next one. So these two parcels, this appeal and then the next one we're gonna hear are almost identical parcels, a little different in acreage, I think. But June's asking for a timeout.
Can I just, so I can try to get on to everything, please?
No,
Please.
no, hurry up.
Forget
I'm
it. Jen.
trying.
In a word?
but This is not
Leave her
fun.
alone so she can get this done.
I'll hand you paperwork. She's-
Trying to drive this
All right, this is
laptop.
the appeal, paperwork that the, property owner sent, or representative sent in, and here's my defense.
I like this. This is my defense. Pretty legalistic here. .2417.
Quarter of an acre lot.
Susie, I'm gonna come,
Ooh,
Over
it did
here?
go up from last year though.
yes,
Oh, yes, it did.
Woo.
You can see,
so I can see, yes,
As all
thank
of
you.
them did. My son's went up the exact same amount.
My son told me this morning, he said, mine went up $300,000, Dad, could I did? I said, well, you'd have to done it last week.
Yep.
I'm working on it.
Oh, hurry up, will you? Well, you have some pretty good sales. Oh no,
Yes.
that's just his comps, isn't it?
the comps that I have addressed here, the second half of the page are their comps. My comps are on the spreadsheet on the last page. And if you'll notice on the subject, I actually listed this parcel number and then the parcel number of the next one that we're
Mhm.
gonna hear, because literally these lots are next door to each other, a little different in acreage, but. So this one, you're gonna wanna pay attention to 8728, the 0.2417 acre comps.
Okay,
You can have the screen back up now, Clerk Miller, I am on.
So I had a 0.236 of an acre, sell for 268,250.
so it sold in 22 for 266, 219, but you time adjusted it.
Correct, so the
So those are
columns,
actual sales under the 22.
column second from the right is your time adjusted sale prices that have already been calculated. Hopefully make this go smoother and quicker. So 0.236 sold for 268,250, time adjusted. I had a 0.27 sell for 215,880, and a 0.27 sell for 319,000. 0.27 sell for 240. So if you will look at the appellant's value of 275.78, his value or their value falls right within that acreage description.
And the acreage is on that other that you just called out. What neighborhood are those in?
The one we're addressing is 0.2417 of an acre.
Correct. But what, so the ones that sold in that, the 319,000, how close was it to the subject property?
Oh, we'll have to look it up on the map.
Okay. I can grab it here if I can get it to pull up.
Same size parcel.
I'm having issues with it going to weird spots.
Okay, thank you. I thought it was me.
No, it's like it stays wherever you are, and no matter where you're trying to pull
What
it
is he
from.
saying he wants? He wants 177, huh?
Yeah, it takes me to the back country.
That
That
might be
drives
the
me.
part of the problem I was having on my home computer, it just go weird, all of a sudden, you couldn't go, wow, I'll do that.
Even so, even if you
And
took
that's
all
what I
those
was-
quarter-acre lots and averaged them, it's still over 200,000.
I know.
I don't know why he's asking for 177.
Okay, I finally got it using the address.
He's in a prime area, McCall too.
So are you asking about the sale
just-
for Green
So
Acres?
where is he?
Yeah.
And then the subject property is on Washington Street, 504 Washington Street. So that's the one that June has up right now.
Yes.
50, that's where the subject
So he's
is.
back behind Growlers.
Over the hill, isn't it?
Back behind Growlers?
Growlers is on Colorado.
Yeah, yeah.
Or on opposite side of the road, probably. Washington Street's where all of the new condos are, isn't it?
Well, that's up north there, right?
Honestly, Sherry, this was Chris's area, and I took all of Chris's phone calls and appeals because he's
Will
no
you
longer
back
with
out?
us. There you go, there's a bigger picture.
Or Sampson. Yes, so Colorado goes back.
Yeah.
So
what's-
Growlers is on Highway 55, so it's back behind Growlers.
Yeah, so
On Washington.
where's the access? Does it come in off of that Sampson Trail? Is
It's
that
got two of them.
Ward
two of them?
Street.
It's off
Yeah.
Colorado and, yeah.
Off Ward Street.
So this one is
Understand.
the subject that we're talking about right now,
Mhm.
and dealing with. The next appeal is this property, and then they also own this one,
Hmm.
this Yonkathor.
And apparently there's no improvements on this one?
On this one, there is a shed,
That's it, huh?
that's it.
It's just a lot, basically.
$3,400 and $4.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a small shed.
Yeah, the access is not that great. I mean, but not that bad.
Well, I mean, they have adequate.
Yeah, it's
access.
adequate. It's, you know what? I've never driven that little road going back there, Ward Street.
It's kind of a quiet neighborhood.
It is.
Yeah,
It's
a
a,
quiet.
I know.
it's a great
I'm
location.
familiar with that. Colorado, my friend lives just up the street there. But it looks like it's falling right in with
It is.
the other stuff
It
there.
is.
Yep.
They had several properties that she had called about, and I had prepared comps for each one and emailed them to her. We went back and forth several times, and she was absolutely satisfied with comps that I had sent her on all the other ones, other than these two that they decided to appeal. They're next door to each other. She said there's just no way she thought that they could sell them for that much money during 2021.
So the other one is out on Seaway Loop, the 319,000, which is a preferable area. The only question I have is the proximity to the trailer park right there. Does that degrade their property values at all?
Well, you'll see it in the sales
Okay.
happening.
Well, there
We
isn't
didn't
anything
have
right
any
here.
immediate sales right there,
Yeah.
so I had to, but I did pull sales from their immediate neighborhood. In fact, I didn't include any sales in the 139 neighborhood. I went with 539 because they are in the 539. I only have comps for average land grade, which is the same as the appellant. And I tried to give you a wide range of, I gave you all the average land grades so you could see the sale prices. My acreage starts the smallest at the top and it works its way down to the largest.
Does it Am I right in just looking at this and saying it does seem, no, if you look at the same size parcels, close as you can,
Yeah.
that,
We
that
fall right in.
adjusted sales kind of falls into that pretty
Yeah.
close.
So we've got a 0.236 of an acre, which is just a hair smaller, sell for 268,250. And
Yeah, but the locations,
and the subject, June will have to look that up. Let's see, it's
The 268,
RPMO 220, I
two,
believe is Rio Vista.
the 268, 250
yeah, it'd be
is over
hard to
on
compare
Brundage
that
Drive,
one with Rio
It's right
Vista.
over by the Forest Service.
Oh, Brundage sub, sorry.
Which one do I need to look
No.
at?
Sure he knows where it's at, I told him.
This seems to work if I go by
Yes.
parcel number. This is very strange places.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been having that for the last couple days myself.
Hmm.
I didn't, yeah, that's just
Go on this one.
sorry.
The only concern I have is that trailer park right there.
Where is the
Yeah,
trailer
okay.
park that you're seeing, Sherry?
It's just straight south of that.
Oh, got it, okay, got it.
This whole,
Yep, I see it. I
Yeah,
see it. It's Bill's trailer, or I'm not sure the name of it
Yeah.
right here. Yeah, okay.
there's a couple of spots there that are same.
Okay. Well, and so as you go up, there's a little bit of an incline right here, as you come up towards the
Right.
pier, and then you turn right, and all this is just quiet. Yeah, it's a very quiet neighborhood. I've got family that lives back here. This house just went on for $750,000.
I tell you what, that Colorado Street's not quiet anymore.
No,
That's Highway 55 through there anymore.
really.
it doesn't go anywhere. It just goes to the neighborhood.
Everybody from the back end of town to the north comes out of Colorado
Oh.
now. And it's, to avoid town.
There are some housing that just went up in there that's very expensive. I mean, it's kind of a fixer-upper for $750. So that whole area is evolving. This is so close to the downtown core, it's walkable, which
know.
makes it, even that much
Desirable.
more preferable than the others,
Mm.
so.
Yeah,
Well, Angela was concerned that they couldn't get that kind of money out of it during 2021. I provided her sales. The sales that the comps that she sent in were in different neighborhoods. So this is let's see. Comp A was in the South City of McCall neighborhood, so just a little further south.
One on Verita, I'm really confused on what the one on Verita is. And I live on Verita, I haven't seen anything sell on Verita. Unless that is the in-lot that doesn't have access. Trying to figure
Well,
out
I'm
what
not
the
sure
one-
because I noticed that we had,
A very big lot.
so it's 4.1428 of an acre on that comp A. So 0.091 is being ran as waste. So the total is 0.23 of an acre. So I see why she used the comp. But 0.091 is being ran as waste. I don't know if it's a road that's included in the parcel. But we're only assessing 0.1428 on that parcel. And it's a neighborhood, it's in the neighborhood south. It's in South City of McCall limits.
I'm sorry, I don't know which one you're talking about, but
The
Comp
Burrito one.
A, or the appellant's comp A.
Verita is off of, Winston,
Right.
yeah. But that has no access. So you can note that in your notes. There is no access to that thing.
no matter how you
Yeah,
I
look
had
at
to
it,
pull it by the property number on this one.
no
right
matter
on
how
the
you look
corner.
at it, it might seem.
Sherry, I'll go make a note of that on their record. when,
Okay.
I go back to my desk. I did not know. Once again, this
mean-
isn't my assigned area, so I'm not as familiar with it as, people that have been there in the past.
So I would have concerns over the trailer park being right there, but I also know that that house just went on for, pretty high value. right there on Colorado. That would be my only thought.
What do you want to do?
The only thing that I could see that Angela wasn't really taking into consideration too much is our time adjusted sale prices, which people don't, they want to use the sale price from, 9 months ago, and as we know, it was an inflationary market. Anthony was actually very conservative on his land time adjustment at 5% per month. His analysis showed it was 7 point something per month. So he dialed it back to 5 to be conservative.
The other thing about this property, which she's using a lot of them that are out there off Lick Creek, and so it's farther away from the center of town. I mean, the center of town has value to it for certain. The walkability of where they're at right there makes a big difference.
I could see with the neighborhood, I mean, I'm looking at these prices that you know, Sue, that used to compare. There's some of them right up there with it, but if you look at just exactly, you get really close to the same acreage. Some of them are falling in a little bit under this 270. Actually, almost all of them at that acreage.
There are two that are right, the one just below and one above the subject's value.
Mhm.
There is also, like you said, Ed, there's one that, one of the .27s, two of the .27s are lower than the subject.
Yeah. I could see
Find where
adjusting it a little bit. What do you think?
Well, let me see where the others are that you're comparing it to. RP. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, I did. They're over on CC Loop. Is the one that's the .2757. The one that's under the 215,880 for time adjusted is over on CC Loop, which is off Lick Creek, Pilgrims Cove Road. I wonder if they all have sewer over there?
So,
They must, for the size of the lot.
yeah. Sherry has a little advantage of being able
I
to
know.
look that map for us, and it's hard to,
I can't get it to come up by parcel numbers.
yeah,
Yeah, mine started clicking in,
The
but yeah.
CC loop ones are definitely much farther away from the subject.
Yeah.
But however, there's a 215,880 at CC loop, there's a 319,000 CC loop, same
Right.
acreage.
Exactly the same acreage,
Yeah,
so.
and then another one for 240, so.
So CC Loop, I'm trying to
It's
remember.
over on Lick Creek, over by Pilgrims Cove Road.
Okay, yes, I know where you're talking about. To me, that would be slightly more, more desirable, at least from my standpoint. CC Loop. I mean, I know downtown has.
It's one of these, it's further
Yeah,
from
it's-
downtown. It's not
But
like-
it's,
But
this,
it's,
yeah.
Yep.
This particular area is getting it's really right next to the hub there, and
Yeah.
on Highway 55.
but we've also got the
Back of
Brundage.
Growlers.
The comp on Brundage,
Yeah.
it sold for 268, 250, and it's smaller than the subject.
Yeah.
So, I believe we're right there.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay, I will go with our assessor's
Yeah,
value.
I can-
mean,
yeah.
I don't think that there's
That's a tough one. You
compelling
couldn't,
evidence that they are incorrect
and you couldn't come down very much
Right.
if you adjusted it all.
at all.
So you need
And
that
I-
in a motion
I think there
form?
has to be some kind of compelling evidence in
Yeah.
order to override what our appraiser is saying, so.
And she
I would
didn't
move
share
that
any
we-
detriments, like the lots had any detriments,
Yeah.
either, so.
I would move to decline the appeal.
And I'll second that.
Move to second, all in favor, please say aye.
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 And that is the SL 22121, Doug? And do you want to do the 122? I mean, they're right there together. So I would also move to decline the appeal of 220122.
Yeah, it's a little bigger acreage, but it's the same comp list that you've been looking at.
Which one did you just do, sir?
The Yonkathor Enterprises on
The
both.
second
of
one.
them.
Do you,
Oh, okay, and they're all yet the same.
Yes.
I need a second to her motion on the third.
I will second that.
Who to second, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
That whole area
Yes,
is
please.
evolving.
okay, so Sherry, you just took care of 122 as well.
Yes.
Appeal number, okay.
Yes. The other thing about that whole area is there's 5 acres right there that's having all those brand new condos put on them. And that's gonna increase that whole value of the whole neighborhood.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's a little straight across from that. It's just, it's kind of this catch-22 thing for the people that own there because it's, quarter is getting really the problem.
Okay, Sue, where are we going next?
Yep.
Go there,
Seconds.
it's like, holy, you gotta get out of the road.
22139.
Not a quiet neighborhood there on it.
And it's
They have a
not-
whole bunch of those.
No.
if they're-
Hippo Ventures.
that They need to get out.
No, those are gonna be personal
Oh,
appearances.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed that part. Yep.
Tomorrow morning, I believe, we're doing
Okay.
those. The next one I have on my stack, actually, it's an NA 22-151.
22-151. Fourth page, middle, Justin Griffin. Bear Trail Loop.
Reservoir subdivision. Well, at least it's a little bit less reading,
Okay.
Sue.
Yeah, it's a little thinner, huh? It's on your chair downstairs. Here you go.
Oh.
You can have this one. Sorry, it was one that I just got completed before I came up to present. Alrighty.
You have other yurts to compare it to?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you have other yurts to compare it to?
No,
This is all mostly land stuff, isn't
if
it?
you read their,
Yeah.
dialogue, they're more concerned with the land, so I will address that. The subject property is located at 1611 Bear Trail Loop. It consists of 2 acres of average good land grade acres. The land is receiving a negative 50% sanitary restriction on the land because they have provided documentation from CDH. This parcel also has a 346 square foot yurt built in 2010, rated as fair and average. There's a 590 square foot deck attached to the yurt and underneath it, and a 12 by 20 utility shed. They may not be able to have a home, but they have a yurt, so they're able to,
Enjoy the property.
enjoy their property. We are giving them a negative 50% adjustment, however, which is, the maximum that we can give. That is the
And
standard.
that's because of not being able to have room for septic.
Well, because they indicate, and I do believe it is very true, that they have a creek that runs through the
Right down there,
property,
yeah.
and so they're saying it won't hurt for a septic system. Now, with modern day septic systems, they might be able to get a more advanced system at some point, but I don't know.
There's also composting toilets, which is probably
Yeah.
what they're using.
Or even a porta potty, anyhow, I did, give you some land comps that are in the same land grade they are. Just to show you what they're selling for. So the value of 114,925, I think is pretty fair and accurate.
So they're the lowest of the time. Oh,
Well, that's because they're
there's
getting a
one lower.
negative 50.
Got it.
Do the lot that's valued, the fifth lot,
Ugh.
fifth one down, I think. It's a 2-acre parcel. It came in at 102,000. Is that septic restricted?
This is over on West Mountain Road.
I do not know, Elk.
Okay.
But you know what, looking at the sale price. No, looking at our value on it, no. I can tell you right now, it does not, well, not that we're showing, but looking at the sale price, I think it very well could be. But we don't have any,
It's also,
documentation from Central District Health on that one. I can tell you right now, by looking at the 22 value.
it's also Bear Trail Loop, St. Mary.
I'm gonna make the motion, we deny the appeal.
I'll second that.
Who did second it? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Denied. I think that's fairly good deal.
Yeah, it's 2 acres. Gonna drop that hive.
Okay, where are we going to next, Sue?
We are going to hear SL 22-184 for Richard Lieber, please.
So,
Okay, Finchurch Lane, Richard Lieber.
Yeah, he actually,
You repeat
I
that
never
number,
talked to
Mr.
him. He didn't
Chairman. I
actually
got it,
call
fine.
in and
Never
talk
mind.
to me about anything. He just filed an appeal.
What number was that?
It is 22-184.
22.
Richard Lieber.
Next page, about in the middle.
There we go.
In church.
He's on Finchurch Lane. They actually have 2 houses on the property, and they're also receiving an ag exemption on the majority of it.
Hmm.
The actual-
20 acres?
Mhm.
Oh, nice.
So Mr. Lieber mentioned on his appeal form that based on advice and comparison by 2 real estate agents, that it should be worth $600,000. But then he didn't provide any comps.
Darn realtors every time.
Gotta watch those guys.
So I provided comps for sales that were reported to us. His information is down at the bottom. Please know that my comps only include 1 house on each parcel. His has 2 houses and some outbuildings, so I kind of broke it out. The 1 house is 770 square feet.
Yeah.
The other one is 2180 on the square footage, so you could kind of look, and then you'd have to basically add those 2 sales together and then adjust for land. But it just gives you an idea of where we're at.
7
So he's at 776.
Yeah.
So he is right in the middle of all of these comps.
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we deny that
Yeah,
appeal.
and the majority of his land actually is
I mean,
in
That's
an
just,
agricultural.
I'll second that.
exemption. Are you denying it, did you say?
yes.
We have a motion and a second to deny the appeal. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Motion carries.
That one's just way too.
Yeah.
Too easy.
Um, 20, SL 22-185.
22.
Next one down.
There we go. Hazeltine.
You want one on the last one? Or just from here forward? Okay,
Give me the originals and you guys keep the copy. That's a good idea. So this is John Heseltine, Nebbs Mill Road. This was in Smiths Ferry, I'm assuming.
Neebs Mill Road, which is, can you bring up my address? Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Technicalities.
Neebs. Neebs. This might not be in Smiths Ferry because there was,
It
You
is-
guys ever get
it is in
snippy?
Smiths Ferry.
it's in Smiths Ferry?
Okay,
Okay.
here's the
So this was
Chairman
down.
original copy.
Oh, Hazeltine.
And I think my defense is clipped to it.
They've
Okay.
got direct access to the
Yeah.
river.
Yep.
Okay, Sherry.
That's very neat, so you're good. But 165,000, will they sell me that one too on the river?
I think this goes.
This is 5 acres?
Yes.
So large one.
Ah. Yeah, call me first before you call her.
So 5 acres, excellent grade, right on the river.
Even his comps are showing big sales. Well, these are your comps
Which one?
on this page.
On the front page is the appellant's comps. I'm just addressing each one of them.
Oh, he offered these. Well, that's
So-
what I'm saying, that even his comps are showing big sales.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so subject property is at 9757 Needs Mill Road in Smiths Ferry. Consists of just a hair over 5 acres. Excellent land, grade acres, right on the Payette River. I mean, it's very nice. There's a 192 square foot cabin on this parcel. It was built in 2018, graded as an average condition. The land is receiving a negative 10% easement adjustment, and I'm not sure exactly what that is for, or for who it's for, but I left it because this is not my assigned area, and I don't want to pull anything off without going and seeing it myself.
Looks like he has a personal driveway going through.
Okay, it might be to get to one of the other parcels that are right there. Anyway, he offered 11 comps. Comp 1 is in Murray Creek subdivision. It's 5.3 acres. It's a good land grade. So it's 2 land grades below the subject. It's not on the water. Adjusted sale price, $224,250. I don't consider this comparable because it's not on the water. Next one, comp 2 that they used is in Whispering Pines subdivision, which is just over here by,
Clear Creek.
no, this way,
No, not
Not
Gosselin.
Gosselin.
Oh, that's.
Gold Dust.
Oh,
So you know when you're going
Oh,
down the
sorry,
road and you
yes,
go
Gold
right to
Dust.
go to Gold Dust.
I was
Whispering-
thinking gold, or I was
Yeah.
seeing Gold Dust and said Clear Creek.
Right,
so that can't be comparable.
no. Nope, that one's not comparable. Let's see, number 3, we're back in Murray Creek again. Good land grade, two land grades below the subject.
Hmm.
Comp 4 is in Herrick Hills subdivision, 2 land grades below the subject, no water. Comp 5 is in Timber Rim subdivision, which is in Round Valley. It's an average grade, so it's actually 3 grades below the subject, not on the water. Comp 6 is in Whispering Pines, which is not comparable. Peterson sub, 3 grades below the subject, not on the water. Round Valley. Murray Creek is number 8, good grade on the land. So it's a couple of grades below the subject. It is not on the water. It's actually receiving a timber exemption currently. However, it's listed for basically 280. It wasn't a sale. Let's see. Next one, Clear Creek Acres, 6.4 acres. This one is in excellent land grade. However, it's not on the water, but it has a spectacular view. That's why it's getting the excellent land grade. And it was assessed in our Clear Creek area analysis. Comp 10, Latigo subdivision. The land is graded as a fair, so it's 4 land grades below the subject. Not on the water, not comparable. Comp 11 is in Herrick Hills, 6.5 acres, 2 land grades below, not on the water. So none of these were on the water. So this property sits basically right across the river, right behind the Clear Creek Cougar Mountain Lodge, but just on the other side of the river. River
On
frontage,
the east side of the river,
yes,
adjacent to the lodge. Yeah.
yes, sir.
So the only question I have for you would be the noise of 55. Are you guys
Well,
giving
so
him
the-
any
the-
adjustment?
If parcels are right on 55 and if they're residential rather than commercial, we usually drop those to a fair land grade. But anything that sits back behind, we don't, it just
Don't
has to be
adjust.
right on the corridor of the road if
Okay.
we adjust that land grade. I'm sure they still get some traffic noise.
Oh,
Especially coming across the river.
Well, everybody on the west side, all that stuff would get traffic. I mean, all of it.
But I gotta tell you, you guys, I don't think it matters where you live in the county anymore. There's traffic noise.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's true.
It
That's a good
is.
point.
I had two good land grade sales in Smith's Ferry that I provided for you, so you could see where we were at on a good land grade. Because they are in their own neighborhood, Smith's Ferry is. And then there was one excellent grade sale. Sold for $641.
What was his?
And it is 8 acres, so it's
Oh,
3
it's
acres
excellent, yeah.
larger than
Larger.
the subject. It sold for almost twice as much as we have as the subject assessed
Mhm.
for.
I don't
I actually, between the, I mean, I
think. they're
think
good.
it's fair, especially with the excellent
Yeah,
land grade sale.
So is there a reduction because he's saying it's in an active floodplain? Is there any,
No, because he has never provided us anything from Central District Health saying they won't issue a septic or building permit. So until he does that,
oh, okay.
I can't.
Because I could see this piece of property floating at
Was this a
certain times
piece
of
of
year.
property that they tried to put a trailer park on here a couple of years ago and was denied?
I don't think so, not to my knowledge.
I think when you're thinking south of.
It's a little bit south of him.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the excellent, the $641,000 is his neighbor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
To the north or to the south?
Right there where the blue is. That's the $641,000 and his is two up.
Right
It's
there.
right there. That's his parcel.
That's
No, that's
totally
a,
wrong.
that's. pretty-
That's an easy
yeah.
peasy.
No, that's a
The
pretty
subject
valuable piece of
property,
property.
is 5 acres, and I believe that
He
the
ju-
sale was an 8 acre. However, we're half the value on.
Those
I
are
think
some
it is
pretty
pretty
nice
fair.
parcels. I mean, yeah, Highway 55 straight across, and there's noise, there's no doubt about it, but.
I would move that we deny the appeal
I would
for
second that.
22,185.
Second.
Moved and second, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And motion carries.
Yeah.
It is SL 22,192. Elmwood Holdings.
You want these back, Jude?
Nope, that goes to,
Well, I signed this one, but you need this one too?
no, sir.
No,
She
doesn't
gave
the
me a
clerk,
copy.
doesn't the clerk get that?
It's the original.
Right,
It's
of
given-
mine too, right?
These are the comps. The clerk
Yes.
gets the comps
Yes,
too?
please.
This goes to,
Okay,
it's gonna keep you confused.
I'm sorry, where are we going next?
We're always
Elmwood?
confused. One right below it, 192.
I have that paperclip, Mr. Chairman.
I'm sorry, yep,
Two.
thanks.
Elwood.
Okay, this was appeal number 22192, Elmwood Holdings LLC. This is in Golden Cove sub.
Lot has no dock rights, valve,
Right.
standard lot with 9 views.
Value.
Oh, value.
Yeah, some of these are
Bad
like,
as mine.
That's what I get for walking with my reading glasses out. I'm so sorry. Let me just fall over. It's been a month.
Bear Rock Trail comparably with this one has no comparison whatsoever.
Did you have time to look at the property owner's appeal packet?
looking at her now.
Okay.
He's thinking 200,000, huh?
And you guys, on this one, if you look at the legal descriptions, I tried every which way to try to figure out where these comps were. I couldn't find either one of them in our system. I mean, I looked at Bear Rock Trail addresses and then figured out what subdivision they were in and then looked at lot 35 if there even was one. I was not able to find either one of these comps to be able to tell you if they're the same land grade, if they're the same size or, comparable.
Air Rock Trails over on West Mountain,
Yes.
over in the
I don't,
CR.
I'm not, Ruth Street, I don't remember where
I
that
don't even
was,
know
but
where.
I could not find. And I tried, actually.
So what you're saying is he gave you these, but you couldn't actually.
Yeah, they didn't give me enough information to be able to look them
compare.
up.
Yeah.
So this one's at the end of Old State Highway.
Okay.
Very quiet back in there. It is backs right up to where the, the BOR has all their stuff.
And mind you, with
We're saying it's where
proximity
241.
as it is and only BOR there in front of it, I want to bring to your attention, we have them graded as an average good land grade. Because that's, I mean, to be consistent with that in there, that whole swoop right there is an average good land grade is because they do have all that ground between them and the water.
It's not right on the water,
No.
but
No, and
They also
we have
don't have a
taken that
backyard
into
neighbor.
account is,
But gosh, look at the open space
yeah.
for a lot, like small lots like that.
yeah.
Right.
So the ones that are graded excellent, Sue, are on the water?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, people are paying an extra 240,000 to be on the water, if not much, much more than that.
So compared to what last year's, it wasn't one of those 200-300% jumps. It was relatively.
And you guys,
It
so the
was.
comps, at the top on my sheet there, I only had 2 excellent land grade sales in that neighborhood. And so the reason that I gave you some improved comps was to show you, because those improved comps are in the same neighborhood as the subject, but they have homes on them. But I just did that to kind of help you see what things were selling for. But you can also look at the assessed values on the land on those. Just to give you, I was just trying to kind of paint a picture.
Yeah.
We were right in there.
Boy, it looks like he's, compared to what you're showing us here, in pretty good shape.
I think he's getting a hell of a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a motion that we deny appeal number SL 22192.
I'll second that.
Moved to second, all in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye, motion carries.
So if anybody's listening out there.
SL
that's not the fun part of being a county
2228.
Let's
Probably
see.
back on page 1, June.
2228, Corey
Eight.
McKnight,
Corey McKnight, Warren Wagon Road.
Or what?
Legacy Exchange.
First page is the very bottom, Ed.
I'm coming. We haven't found it yet. Yeah, it's 28.
Corey McKnight or Legacy Exchange Associates. Right across the road from all the IDL ground. Chickadee Outfitters, who in the world is that now? Things have sold. Well, then it's a state lease. Chickadee Outfitters. But he is right across the road from all the IDL ground.
Oh, yeah. He's on the east side of the.
On the
Warren
lake
Wagon
side.
You
Road?
can leave that clip on if you want.
Mm.
All 7 of them.
I think.
Okay. This parcel is located 2258 Warren Wagon Road in McCall. The subject property consists of 0.5677 acres in an excellent land grade. It is not lakefront, but it is to your back. given you the values for the last 3 years. It also has a 1,425 square foot home with a 375 square foot attached garage. It was built in 1972 with a 1980 effective year, and it was remodeled in 1984.
Just so you girls and ladies know, I have 2 of these. One of them looks like it has interior pictures. I'll stick it over here and see what happens.
All right, so the appellant offered a fee appraisal conducted on March 15th of 2021 for $320,000, and it included 3 comparables. The sale of the subject property was between family members, but in his defense, he said that they had a fee appraisal done, so that they were gonna be fair to the family members involved in the transaction, when the property sold, you know, they were just trying to be fair. Our assessed value for the subject property, as of January 1st of last year, not this year, but last year, was $271,685. And our assessed value is actually lower than the appraisal conducted 3 months later. Since the fee appraisal is 15 months old and Valley County is experiencing an excessive inflationary market during 2021, the sales indicated that we needed to raise our values. The appellant did not share their sale price with this office until I received a call from Corey McKnight on June 13th of this year.
Sold for 309.
What's that?
And it says it sold for 309,000.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a comp. Never mind.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay.
So they
So-
think it should be 408,000 based upon their
Yeah, he thinks it should be a
appraisal.
50% increase from last year's value. Well, we all know that if we only had a 50% increase in our value, we'd be really grateful. Well, I guess if we were depending on it or not. Let's see, guys, so I included a whole bunch of sales on the back sheet. The subject's down below and maybe I shouldn't use that blue color. It makes it hard to see, huh?
Yeah,
Sorry about
it is
that.
hard to see.
I'm so sorry, I won't do that again. And I also put their assessed value per square foot out here on the right-hand column. Just to show you guys that, I mean, he's right in line. In fact, he's actually lower. 17. So there's 2 of them that are assessed higher per square. Yeah,
3 of them.
lower, sorry, lower per square foot than his.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's fair to say he is definitely in the middle of all of those sales. And none of those are lakefront sales. They're a tier back or more. Do you want me to read through all the information on the comps that he provided, or are you good?
I'm good. I don't know about these guys. I'm good.
There's just a lot of information to take in, so just give
No,
me
it's
a
okay.
minute.
I'll be quiet.
622. Okay.
There's definitely,
June is better than me being shy and not wanting to talk to anyone.
so the ones that you've highlighted in yellow are the most comparable?
I don't know, I prepared this a while ago, let's see. Yeah, I was trying to show, so he's got 1,425 square feet, with a 1980 effective year. And so the first highlighted one is only 648 square feet. Time adjusted sale price, 535,150. The next one in yellow, 1,048 square feet, so it's still 400 square feet less. Built in 85. I was trying to pick out the older home sales so you could see that the older home sales were selling for quite a bit more. Anyway, that one sold for 688,850. fifty, another one, 1152, so it's still smaller than the subject. So, built in 80, sold for 512,050. Let's see, actually, the one closest to his square footage is the 1,464 square foot one, built in 2004 though, so it's a little
Oh,
newer.
it's a newer one.
Sold for 715,500. His assessed value per square foot is at 288, and the subject's at 217. So that's probably the closest comp, not year built wise, but square footage wise.
I think you're being fair. I don't know. I mean, I know that when land values go up like that, it don't seem fair to anybody,
I know.
but
One of these comps you've listed is clear over, it's off Woolly. I mean, so it's not even close to the lake, so
Right,
it's
and-
not, and that's right below this sales price,
Yeah.
the adjusted price here, so.
oh, yeah, that particular area is some
Horn Wagon is
pricey
just,
village, pricey little village.
Yeah, and I talked to Corey, I emailed back and forth with him quite a bit. He was one of the good ones to call early in the month. And so, but I just explained to him that the appraisal was 15 months old.
Yeah.
And what the market has done, I mean, if it's been a flat market,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, but as you could
It
see,
also
our
wasn't-
assessed value when he came in at 320, we have 272 on it basically.
well, and the thing is that an appraisal is used differently for different purposes. And that appraisal would have been a low appraisal for
Right,
a
and it's
sale.
attached if you
Yeah,
wanna,
I already looked through
Okay.
it, so, I would move that we decline the appeal
And I'll
on
second.
2228.
Second.
There's a second, all in favor, please say aye.
I
Aye, motion carries.
gotta say I too, Ed, or you don't.
Aye, oh.
Aye, 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 aye,
Aye, aye, aye.
Just wanna make
Well,
sure we have
if
everybody.
If I said nay, it would.
we didn't wanna leave anybody behind.
It would have passed, it would have passed. If I'd have just been snoring. No.
Want to do the one above?
Boy, this is
25?
interesting business.
I'm sorry.
Want to do the one above this one, 25? Oh, withdrew,
Yeah, they
okay.
withdrew.
So we're just gonna scratch that one.
I'm looking at, SL 22-257 next.
22,257, okay. Len Nowinski,
Yeah, that's the correct one, 250. I'm trying to find it myself.
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do on this one, Mr. Chairman. I'm gonna recuse myself because I happen to be a friend of Lynn's. And I think that would be,
That's fine.
people would know that, so.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Lynn came in and visited with me, real nice lady.
well, I can't pull this one at all, no matter what I do, so.
Broken Rain, Lake Forest sub.
Odds are, everybody could say the same thing though, couldn't they?
Yep.
Just be thankful you still have a friend. This is the last one, the extra copy.
I don't know if we have a missing digit or what on this one, but I can't pull anything, so.
On your parcel, let's see, hold on.
Yeah,
Let me
that
look at
parcel number is missing something.
0137-000. You need one more zero in the middle there.
So 4 zeros?
Yep. Yep. Okay, so here's her appeal. And my pen. Oh, nope, it doesn't get one, you're good, okay.
Fully. Thompson. Got it.
Okay, Lynn actually came in and visited with me. In fact, I think she was coming to see the commissioners after she stopped by and visited with me. She did not provide any comps. She only provided one listing. I actually photocopied it, so it's only a listing, just so you know. And, the 606, Thompson Avenue, and they are graded, average, so they're a little below her on grade.
And
Anyway, so-
Thompson's a busy thoroughfare and she's buried back in there where it's nice and quiet.
So subject properties at 713 Broken Rain Road consists of 0.2677 average land grade. It also has a 1,541 square foot home graded as a good in average condition. There's also a detached garage that is 352 square feet, graded as a good in average condition. They were both built in 2020. I've enclosed the values for the last 3 years. Lynn did not provide any comps. She did provide one listing. I photocopied it, and it is on the last page of her packet. However, it is one full grade below hers.
So I'm confused on your 2 sheets. Is one for the land only and one for the,
Oh, yes. So the
Adjusted
first
or-
one is for her land value, to show that we're in line with her land value. And then the second one is the improved comps, so that you can see where we're at, the good grade homes and their selling prices.
Got it.
Second column from the right, once again, is your time adjusted sale prices. So she had a home built in 2007, so it's older and smaller than the subject that sold for $881.75, and we have Lynn assessed for $733,946. That's probably the best. Sorry, the one above it is a good comp as well. 1,486 square feet, so a little smaller than the subject. Sold for $747,500. Still, more than what we have to assess for.
Sue, can you tell me what this assessed for last year? I don't have that.
Yes, 484,198.
484.
and it was built in what year?
2020.
So did that include all improvements last year? Had it already been put together with the land?
Yep, I'm just reading here, new construction 21. I don't see an occupancy memo. Let's see, the notes on the parcel say,
Did she give a value at sale at 2020?
in 2019, she took out a building permit and stated that for $225,000 is what she paid the fees on.
Or a building permit of a home on there for that?
And then there's another notice that says detached garage will have living
How
above.
that worked.
A
Yeah, that
studio
doesn't sound
per
right.
plans, but is unfinished at this time, and that was November of 20. New construction for 21, so I believe it went on for a full value for 2021.
Okay.
If it, the only thing
Oh,
I
there it
can
is.
guess is if they ran it as a percent complete, because maybe she wasn't quite done, but she was occupying it.
That's what I'm wondering,
Yeah,
but
that's kind of what it looks like to me. There is not a note on here saying that.
usually it takes 2 years to get everything tied together with
Yeah.
everything, so.
Well, I'm guessing that they started the building in 19, finished it sometime in 20, and we actually put it on the rolls for 21.
You know, I mean, you guys have done your comps. Stuff is definitely selling
Yeah.
above her, what you guys even have her comped at. So I would move to deny the the appeal 22257.
I'll second that motion. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Okay. We're gonna do NA 22-262. Please.
Robert and Marlene Puckett, Gibson Trail Creek subdivision.
CR2, we all know where that one is.
I don't know where it is. I don't know
You
where,
know where CR2 is?
I don't know where Gibson Trail is.
Oh, West Mountain, huh?
Our problem child.
Yeah, fun area.
Sue, can you repeat the
Sub that should never have been approved for
appeal
building
number
permit.
again? I'm sorry.
Yes, the appeal number is NA 22-262.
22262.
What page are you on, Mr. Sherman?
It doesn't have a page on it, but it's back there about 6 or 7.
You guys probably aren't gonna be able to go this fast with some of the newer cruisers.
Oh, you'll be surprised.
I don't know how fast we push.
This is true. They might get flustered.
Page 8, Doug.
We'll help them.
All right, so this property is at 1 Gibson Trail, which is off of West Mountain Road. Subject property is 1.405 acres, good land grade. This parcel also has a 3,016 square foot home built in 2007, graded as an average in average condition.
Got it. Thank you.
The home has 1,508 square feet on the main level, and then below it, it has 1,228 square feet of basement garage. And then 280 square feet on that lower level is actually not garage, but it's unfinished basement area, and that's how we're running it. So because I think they mention basement is completely unfinished, which I want you to know we are running it that way. That part of it's garage, part of it's just unfinished period. Let's see. Where did we leave off? They have a 10 by 14 utility shed. They're in the 328-100 neighborhood. The reason I mention that is because their comps are they range from Cabarton all the way up to Donley. Granted, I kind of went outside of the area as well, but I just wanted you to know that they're in that West Mountain neighborhood. I kind of think they can probably go either way with the comps. I chose to pick comps that were on West Mountain and towards the Cascade direction a little more than Donley. Anyhow,
Which would
behoove
make
them.
it even a smaller.
It would behoove them.
Yeah,
I mean, it's in
exactly.
their favor.
Yeah, it's in their favor to do that. Absolutely.
Let's see, you guys, first one's a Donley comp, 41 Granford Drive. Half the acreage, 1 land grade below the subject. This is a 1,560 square foot home built in 2011. It's graded as an average, but they also have a 2,640 square foot garage. This is in a Donley neighborhood. Time adjusted sale price is $634,940. Their second comp was at 184 Tamarack Falls Road. That's in Donley. This one is 1.0776 acres, so we're getting closer. However, their land grade is an average on this comp. Whereas the subject is good land grade, and that is because they have a nice, very nice view of the lake. This comp is inferior in land grade and in square footage. This comp is 2 years newer than the subject, same grade and condition on the house. This one has a 576 square foot attached garage and a 720 square foot detached garage. So the garage space is much bigger on this comp. Parcel sold for $675 March 22nd of this year. So we will actually use this comp in next year's analysis. So technically, it's not really a valid comp for this assessment. it will be for next year and we will use it. The comp C, the next comp that the appellant used, is in Gold Dust, which is south of Cascade down here. It was 2 lots, so one lot, has the house on it, and then there was a bare lot next to it, but it was a combined sale. So the property at 99 East and at 101 East Prospector Drive is included in this sale price. The parcels are a total of 1.15 acres, which is still smaller than the subject property. Land grade below, this one has a 2,424 square foot home built in '06, rated as an average. Sold for $585 last August, so the time adjusted sale price on this one is $655,200. Once again, this is inferior to our subject. Comp D, I'm not sure why they put this on their comp list. This parcel has not sold at all. It's still in the original owner's name and has been for years. Comp E, located 12991 Ponderosa Drive. It's 0.43 of an acre, which is much smaller than the appellant. In fact, a full acre smaller. Same land grade though. This one isn't a very good comp. It's a mobile home. 1,600 square foot mobile home on this property, built in 2004. It also has a 1,400 square foot detached garage, sold for $505,000. Mind you, it's a mobile home on 0.43 of an acre. Time adjusted sale price $565,600. It's in a Donley neighborhood. I don't feel that it's a comp because it's a mobile home. And none of these have views of the lake. All right, their last comp F, located at 1068 Cabarton Road. This parcel is 2.148 acres, so it's a little bigger. However, it's an average land grade, no view of the lake. It's got a 1,444 square foot home, built in '07, graded as an average plus in average condition. It also has an 1,100 foot attached garage, and they have 5 more outbuildings. This parcel sold for $580,000 last September. Time adjusted sale price is $632,200. And it's in the 408 neighborhood, which is farther south Cascade. So all of these were inferior to the subject. None of them have a lake view. The first Excel spreadsheet, I gave you sales in the 300,000 neighborhood, so the Cascade area, if you will. Because that's where the subject is located as well. So you can see that their land value is at, call it 246,000 to round up for 1.4 acres. And let's see, we had 1.3 sell for 282,100. We got another 1.3 acre that sold for 331,250. And then we've got a 2 acre parcel that sold for 144. So their value is well within those parameters of those sales.
It seems pretty reasonable. It's a pretty big increase from last year, about 300 grand, but
Yeah,
I think it's the Lakeview part of it that's added that value.
I do too.
They are on a pretty premium spot right there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a motion, we deny the appeal and approve the assessor's evaluation.
I'll second that.
Who did second? All in favor, please say aye.
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 The motion carries.
Do we get lunch now?
Yeah.
Yep, time to break for lunch.
Oh, good call. I had no idea what time it was. No wonder my son.
So we will recess at this time.
Are you okay if I come back after lunch
Yep.
with you guys and just finish the last four?
Yep. And we will see everyone back here about 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Like,